In urology, we treat both life-threatening and non-life-threatening issues. Often the life-threatening diagnoses that we treat can affect quality of life. So what's at stake for the patient is this opportunity to not only treat whatever disease they have today, but also to look for what's going on tomorrow. As a destination center, we have responsibility, and that responsibility is grounded in trust. What we want to do is have the skills to treat disease, to research the next question, to teach the next generation, and we also want to do it with integrity. We always want to be better tomorrow again than we are today.
Research is not as simple as it used to be many, many years ago. It's really all about teamwork. And to bring a bigger team together, we need an investment, so we need grants. I think one thing I have touched on is the biomarker studies. So you can detect the cancer changes in the blood samples. The cancer is evolving, it's changing its identity. We need to know which patient at what time the cancer is changing their identity. My clinical colleagues are very enthusiastic about getting samples for me to analyze and to run clinical trials. I'm recruited the best scientists in the world to support teamwork. The vaccine center and immunotherapy is going to play a major role. I feel it's ready for the next breakthrough, and it's going to be helping a lot of our scientists to make a discovery and also our patients.
Urotech is the Urology Research Innovation Technologies Center. At Urotech, we take the novel ideas and make them into realities to benefit our patients and improve surgical outcomes. It helps bridge the gap from the operating room and the surgeons and the engineers.
I often refer to them as the mad scientists that cook up things that sometimes we don't think of or don't think of as possibilities, and it's really an incredible opportunity to push the frontiers of urology and healthcare in general. It's not necessarily practice makes perfect, it's practice makes permanent. We can also use that infrastructure to take a prototype from version 1 to version 2 to launch it into really first-in-human opportunities. Having urologists participate in every step of the path is really going to help de-risk these in an efficient and expeditious way.
We take residency training really, really seriously because this is the future of the field. We are very intentional. I personally emphasize teamwork as being one of the pillars of this training program. The success of our culture is seen in the number of residents who have actually chosen to stay on at Emory as urology faculty after completing their training. I think it's a testament to the culture that we have built.
So APPs are advanced practice providers, so nurse practitioners or physician's assistants. The fellowship is a 12-month postgraduate program. We're able to improve communication with patients, improve access for patients. This is our ability to train up the next set of APPs and create a pipeline for our department. I love what I do because I get to be a clinician, but I also get to be an educator. So I'm able to groom the next set of APPs that come into practice.
It is really important to have a strong multidisciplinary team that can treat every aspect of a patient. Having patients have the ability to talk to all of these specialists at once is something that is really meaningful. One of the most important things I think that we can bring to the 21st century medicine is how can we use informatics and technology to not only improve the patient experience, but improve their care overall. We have some of the greatest informaticians kind of in the country, bringing some of the best technology here to Emory that is impacting the lives of our patients every day.
Why this matters to me personally, my dad died of cancer when I was 6. I found out there's just so little a doctor can do. I feel we need innovation to really help these cancer patients. That environment is really fantastic for my gene to be a physician scientist that help patients.
Everyone has to have a why. And for me, that is being able to offer and deliver the best possible care to patients who are usually in some desperate need. That is my why.
We expect to grow geographically, we expect to grow in numbers, we expect to grow in talent. Ultimately, our main goal is that we make a difference in the people around us.
Thanks for watching, but now an important disclaimer. The content of this video is not intended to be a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Viewers should not disregard or delay in obtaining medical advice for any medical condition they may have and should seek the assistance of their healthcare professionals for any such conditions.